Hello everybody, this is Ogre Boy, and I'm going to be doing my review for the 1997 movie Leprechaun 4 in Space. Oh, this movie is crazy. This movie pretty much is at the part in the series where they're starting, obviously, to run out of ideas. Not that they really had good ideas in the first three. Personally, I think the first three movies were not very great. But I actually had a lot of fun with Leprechaun 4. I don't know if it's the space setting, the references to Star Wars, or what it was that just made me love this movie, but it was a lot of fun. And part of it is I think it had a lot of really good special effects as far as like the sets and stuff go, and the practical effects looked really good in here. The kills still were not extremely great. There were some good ones, but not like a lot of really good kills. But what the kills lacked, the story and the over-the-top craziness made up for. I think the cast in here was all really good. For the most part, Warwick Davis was still really funny, and he did his really corny rhyming and stuff that he's done in the other movies. It seemed to be cheesier in this movie than it did any of the other ones, but I still really liked it. And like there's this character that's like a human robot hybrid, and the guy who plays him, I'm not for sure who it is. I think the character's name is Sergeant Malroy or something. He's like over the top crazy acting, like his acting is really over the top, but it's really humorous and everything, and I think they did a good job on the makeup and stuff on that. And like there's this character that has like a metal plate in his head, and the makeup effects on that are really good. And there's a guy in here, I can't remember what his name is, but he was in Friday the 13th Part 5 and Return of the Living Dead, and he's in here, and it was pretty cool getting to see him in this movie. Kind of surprised me that he was in here. But like the Leprechaun has a girlfriend in this movie named Princess Zafrina or Zarina or something like that. And she wears this bikini throughout the whole movie. It's like a nod to Princess Leia's bikini slave suit that she wore in Return of the Jedi, which I thought was pretty cool, and everything. And the girls were pretty good looking in this movie too. But this was a really entertaining movie, though. I had a lot of fun with it. Is it dumb and silly? Yes. But personally, I don't think any of these Leprechaun movies were trying for anything more anyway. They're not meant to be like big Oscar-winning movies anyway or anything, but were really great movies, and I thought this one was still really pretty good. The cast, like I said, a lot of them were really over the top in acting and everything, and some of the special effects were really bad, like the ship, the CGI they used for the ship, and some of the outside and space scenes. It looks really, really bad. Kind of reminds me of stuff you would have seen like in a TV movie or something, that it looked, or like one of those direct-to-video sci-fi movies. It looks really bad, which I guess makes sense, because I guess technically this is a direct-to-video sci-fi movie, but I've seen it done much worse on sci-fi TV movies and stuff like that, but it was crazy. I think if they would have kept doing movies like this in the Leprechaun franchise, where they do things differently, I think it would be a lot more entertaining. I actually would love to see them do a Leprechaun movie set during the Western times. I think it'd be kind of interesting to see them do that if they had the right writers and stuff. But this one was a lot of fun. It's easily one of my favorite movies in the franchise. One of the ones I've enjoyed the most, especially on all of these watches for the first time. Because like I said, the only one I had seen before this one was the first one in one of the Hood ones. I think it was Back to the Hood, but I'm not for sure. I'm actually starting to enjoy this franchise. 3 was pretty decent. I didn't think 3 was great, but it was decent enough. And 4 has kind of re-sparked my interest in this franchise. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens next. The first two movies just were kind of meh and everything. I'm looking forward to what happens next. And I'll probably have my review up for Leprechaun in the Hood maybe either later tonight or tomorrow. Just depends when I finish it. But the cinematography in here was pretty decent. Like I said, the sets and the practical effects are really good in here, though. I really like that. There's some really cool creature effects and stuff like that. There is some bad practical effects and stuff like the really cheesy looking Leprechaun when he becomes a giant. It looks really cheesy and bad. Hi, Hardy. Sorry about that. But all in all, this is a pretty good movie. Not the best movie I've ever seen or anything, but it is one of the more enjoyable ones in the franchise. And part of it is kind of it's a so bad it's good movie, but it's a decent movie. And everything. And personally, I think if I were to recommend any of the Leprechaun movies, this would be the only one I probably would recommend so far. And I'll even go as far as to say that I think when it comes to movies where they send their characters into outer space, I think I like this one more than Jason X. And I can't believe I'm saying that, but yeah, so anyway, sorry, I haven't been home hardly all day, and he's wanting loving, so anyway, let me know in the comments what you think of the movie, Leprechaun 4 in space, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day, everybody.
This is the song that doesn't end. Yes, it goes on and on, my friend.
That's enough, guys.
Some people started singing it, not knowing what it was, and they'll continue singing it forever just because this is the song that